people, hope you're well. Welcome to a workout, yeah. So, I did say I wouldn't train until I'd finished my course of Dr. Steroids and it had all settled down at least 6 days, but I'm feeling good to be honest with you. There's no locking in the shoulder, very slight at the top there, yeah, but it's not painful like it was, and I can pick stuff up without wincing. So, it is all settling down. So I'm going to do the 2 minutes hanging, I'm going to do the chin-up bars very slow with the resistance band, and I'm going to do the stretch with a red resistance band this time, and then I'm going to do a workout. So 2 minutes on the bar first. I'm going to get a really good tight grip on the straps because I don't want to use muscles to hold onto the bar, and off I go, nice and relaxed. Just a quick point I want to make about that knee that I pointed out the other day that were higher, and the whole left hand side of the body were higher. As the muscles have relaxed off the nerve damage, the position of the body has already vastly improved, and I noticed that whilst I was hanging as well. Pull out of it gently. Oh, it's a long time, it's 2 minutes, a long time, yeah. But I did feel it, I did feel the big stretch in there. This is relaxing more, this shoulder now. It actually relaxes into the stretch, whereas it was really tight before. It used to hold on and cling on to that stretch. It doesn't now. It seems to relax out. So I'll watch it on video and see if that's the case or it's just in my mind. Right, so I've said this before, I'm performing these in a certain way to try and retract the shoulder blades down. I'm not pulling like a proper chin-up. What I'm trying to do is pull the elbow towards the backside, yeah. I'm trying to peel the shoulders away from the ears, but most of all retract those shoulder blades as I'm doing it. So I can only do 3. So full stretch out, full retraction, which is getting easier on the left side, and then pull the shoulders down and pull the elbows towards the backside. And already that's starting to feel like a strong position now. Yeah, full stretch, full retraction. Down, full stretch, full retraction, and up. Down, full stretch, and out. So already this shoulder does feel like it's participating in the pull-up, whereas I haven't done that for a long time. Yeah, I've been injured for a long time and I haven't wanted to pull. Like I said in the previous video, I've been thinking it was muscular for a long time. Turned out, and I'm even finding more out, it comes from what the particular problem that I've got, your neck. Now, what did I do last year? I whacked my mattock on a washing line. It whipped back, whacked my neck, and put me in a whole world of pain, and I've been bad ever since. So that's what I did, yeah. But at least I know, and I'm fixing it. Yeah, so I'm getting there, people, I'm fixing it, yeah. There's a lot of movement in that shoulder now. A lot of movement. I can put my hand behind my head, I can put my hand up my back, yeah. And I can get it quite far up there as well. And another thing, I've always been able to touch this track with this right hand, never with this left hand since it was injured. I can touch it now, yeah. And I can almost do that. But that's still tugging there, so I don't want to push it, don't want to trap that nerve. Right, so I've gone for a red band this time, because last time I did this, the green band was just a little bit too aggressive. So put back of my hand in that strap, and then wrap my fingers around the band. That's so I'm not having to grip it, I'm just resting on it. So draw backwards, yep, till I feel that pull, which I can feel now, and draw the shoulder down, and sit there. That's better if I put my elbow there, it pulls the shoulder further. A minute of that, and like I said before, what you do to one side, you do to another, because the body has a strange way of sending problems to the other side that you're not working. Draw it back, relax. That's really beneficial, that it kind of pulls the shoulder up and away. I really do like that stretch, makes a lot of difference. Right, so I'm going to start on a bench press. It's not a massive weight, it's only light, I'm just going to warm up into it. I've got the band on hinge side at door, I've got door locked. The inside is a stronger part of the door. When you put these bands in the middle of the door, it tends to bore your wood, so you want it on a strong joint. Even if you close the door from the other side, you still don't want the bands in the middle of the door because it does bore your wood, you just don't notice unless you look properly. Just doing this to get warmed up. I want to get nice and warm before I start. Right, so I've got 50 pounds of resistance on now and I'm pushing down. I like to push down because it gets more in the chest and outer chest rather than pushing forward. I just find it better on these resistance bands. Ten of them, maybe a bit more, I lost count. It's nice to feel no pain for a change, like literally zero pain. I've told you before I've got plantar fasciitis. I'm getting out of bed on the morning now, expecting to jump off the floor with my feet killing. It's not happening. So this course of steroids that the doctor's put me on has done a double whammy really. It's stopped this pain in the feet, it stopped the pains in my neck, it stopped the pain in that knee. Remember that accident I had on trampoline, it stopped that. It's almost clearing this bursa. It's got a lot smaller and I can rub it now. The pain's gone apart from right at end there, that kills. But it were all round there before. So signs are looking good. And I think I've got another 3 days left on this stuff. And I'm hoping it clears it out. But I'm going to do all my stretching out time. I'm going to do ice pack on the old shoulder every time I've trained, which I did let that slip to be honest with you, and it was a mistake. I'm going to do that. Signs are good, yeah. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm going to get somewhere. But I'm not going to rush it, people. I'm going to take my time this time and really, you know, I've got all my life on her. So I'm going to ease back into training properly when this is correct. Now there's 75 pounds of resistance now, so it is starting to feel pretty heavy. So I'll have to lean into it. Press down. Like I said, I don't want to break any records today, I just want to get back into the flow. Now I'm going to stick to the same weight. I don't want to push it too much. Not today. Ten of them. I'm going to go to flies next. Right, so for flies I'm going to get right on my shins, get a really good stretch and off I go. Lean forward, that's better. Just move out of the way of this bed. Let the strap catch my shoulders and then it puts a bigger squeeze on the chest. Two more. 11. 12. That feels good like that. So put another band on, so it will start to get a little bit difficult. £75 of resistance on this, so not too bad. Get that good stretch. I want to peel that chest off the shoulder, yeah, but I don't want to push it too much. But this is what I want to be doing. I want to be peeling the lats away from the shoulders. I want to be peeling the pecs away from the shoulders, yeah, and getting good stretches. Off I go. So now I'm going for an incline press. It's difficult to get it right on this exercise really, because it's just where to position your arms. But I'm going to go for under the arms and straight upwards and forward slightly to hit that chest. That also became a bit of a shoulder exercise as well. I'm going to have to try and find a way to avoid that. Right, so here's another way that you can activate upper chest. If you just change the angle from a kneeling position, yep, and go that way. That brings more chest and shoulders. Try and stay off the knees, just more on the shins. 10. Once you get used to that band resting on your arms, that did actually feel better than the stood up version. It hit more chest, so it was better. So I've got £75 of resistance on. It's not about breaking any records today, it's more about getting moving, seeing what my limits are, and just getting back into the swing. So lean forward. Keep that strap on your arm, the band, so it doesn't cause any friction. So you have to go slower. Don't let it slide about, so it does but if you slow it down and do it like this, when it don't move, then you really feel it in your upper chest. That's enough of them for chest. Move on to back. Right, so this exercise really does have to be a light exercise. It's aimed at like firing up those rotators at the start of the movement and not concentrating on the bigger muscles at the end of the movement. So I don't need bands, I don't need handles on, I just hold the carabiners. Yep, basically start there and then spin round, pull the shoulders back and down and back. Now the left shoulder that I've got problem with, the muscles are not switching on, and that's what I want to try and do. So if it's too heavy, they won't do that. So just keep trying and hopefully they'll come. But they're not. That's how weak they've got. They're just about starting to wake up now. Could do with a lighter weight, but £10 is the lightest I've got. So when I've done them, go into face pulls. That'll do for them. I still haven't got the movement in the left shoulder, I'm afraid. Face pulls. Now I'm going to go into standing shoulder press. I've not got a right lot of weight on because I just want to feel what it feels like. So I've got the bands behind my shoulders this time, and I'm going to come right down and up and just allow my hands to go where they want to comfortably in a range of motion. Chest up. I don't feel as comfortable as I'd like, but it's not hurting. Right, so I've gone for £30. Yep. Squeeze the shoulders back first. Get a good position above there. Squeeze the glutes, quads, and a nice full range. I'm going to turn the handles that way so there's less stress on the shoulder joint. But when I do these, I like to try and get the band to pull my shoulders back into a retracted position. You don't get this luxury with a bar, but what this does, it kind of sets the memory in the shoulder where it should be located. Starting to feel that I don't need any more weight on at this stage, just because it's rehab. That shoulder is a little bit more comfortable getting retracted back into that position now. There's no major locking, still a little tiny bit, but no major. Just briefly before I go on to the next set, sometimes people, it can just feel like a never-ending nightmare when you try to train through injury, yeah? It's like now I'm thinking I should have more weight on and I should be doing more reps and more sets. You can't have that mindset when you're injured. You have to have the mindset of rehabilitation, yeah? Which is a shame sometimes because you just want to get on and do it. You know, the rest of your body can cope, but you've got to build up the weaknesses and the foundations, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth going heavy on bench, or should I say chest. It's not worth going heavy on chest because it'll impact the shoulder. It's not worth going heavy on back because it'll impact the shoulder. It's not worth going heavy on biceps because it'll impact the shoulder here. And these things you've got to learn and realise in your head. You know, it's rehab, and we've got to remember that. Step forward a bit, that's better. Just clear that band off back. So I've got a set of smaller resistance bands for this, and I find that it's just better for a better range of motion. And I'm going to go from front, slowly to the top. Try and keep it as momentum free as possible, because I want to switch on the muscles that come on there. You know, what people tend to do is bypass that with this little bend, and you bypass the very important muscles that start that movement, and this is how you end up in my position. So put your ego out the window and make sure you engage those little muscles, like by going slow. There's not many in there, that resistance is quite hard. And like I say, it's not all shoulder, it's all the inners. This shoulder won't struggle as much because it's quite strong. But again, I want to adopt the same thing, no momentum. And just keep it nice. Just get shoulder to level, don't go beyond that, trapping the cuff if you do. I know it's nice to do that, but not when you've been injured. Swap sides. Nice. See difference between shoulders. This really struggles to start that position because it's so weak. Five on that side, 5 on this side. Go for one more. The downward movement is just as important. Control that weight, if not more important. That really did target those inner muscles. If you just rush it, you don't target those, you miss them out completely, and then it's just a deltoid exercise. I like them done like that actually, yeah, you can really feel the benefits. You have to try it. Right, so now we're into rows. I've got 120 pound of pressure, yeah. I'm going to have my legs really flat to the floor because I want to stretch my hamstrings as well. And I want to get a good stretch on the lats, so I'm going to lean forward to there, till the back pull slightly, let the lats hang out, and then pull back, and then retract. And draw the shoulders back. Now the more flexible your hamstrings get, the more of a lat pull you get. That comes with time. But you've got to be aware of that lower back. You don't want to pull that out. So you don't want to be too heavy. But I can sit back a bit, get a bit more stretch. That's better. That felt good. I've now got 150 pounds worth on these bands, so I'm all banded out on these. I need to buy some more because the short bands are good for working in this tight space. So I do really need some more, but I ain't got them. But I'm going to buy some, I'm going to look for them. Right, so sit back, get a good stretch. I need to get a bit closer there, stretching a bit too much. About there. Just before the tension leaves you. Another thing you can do as well, see these handles, you can pull them apart if you want at the end of the movement. It kind of brings more back into play. Right, last set of these. Get a good stretch. Thing is, when you're using resistance bands, you can't get the weight that you can at a gym. So how you compensate for that is you hold the tension longer in the stretch, you take longer in the pull, and you hold it at the end. And you just get time under tension that way, yeah. There's more than one way to burn your muscles out. But as I get older, people, I'm not a believer in training full whack after a certain age. I believe that that's past us, and we need to just be training sensibly. Now we're going to move into resistance band squats. Start with the band around your neck and step into it. I find is always better. Yeah. Get a nice wide grip. Remember, it's a squat. Yep. I've got a red band on. What I find these bands do, they switch your glutes on far more than a bar does. I have one more little set of these. Remember, it's not a workout as such, it's a little venture back into training. Just want to see how I feel in a couple of days. Don't want to be too sore in the shoulder region, don't want to push it. There's plenty of time to get back into it. So this is the last set. The beauty about resistance band squats is you can go right down. Yeah, there's no real force on your lower back because the resistance goes at the bottom, so your lower back's safe at the bottom. And that makes up for weight. And it definitely is taking its toll, all this rest I'm getting through being injured. It's definitely getting harder and harder each day to train. So that was just a brief introduction back into training for me with the bands. Yeah, quite enjoyed it actually. It was harder than I thought it would be, even though the weights were light. And that's just because of the different types of resistance that you use with bands. Listen, if you're training with bands at home, slow it down and hold your positions longer. Because unlike a bar, when you're at top, well, with a bar, you're resting at top because your muscles are finished. But with a band, when you're at top, the band's continuously trying to pull your muscles back down. So there is no rest with bands, but there is rest with bars, because at the top, that's your rest. Yeah. Same with the bench press, at the top, that's your rest. But with a band, it's forever pulling you back. So get out of that mindset that bands have to be really, really heavy. You can still get a really, really good workout with bands, and because it's pulling on you all the time, especially with the squats, you can get cardio in. And I can't explain how squats with bands do that to me, but they do. They really, really tire me out because they're forever pulling your core, and you have to hold your core to get up and down, and that's what puts me out of puff. That, and I'm not fit anymore. Yeah, I need to get back fit. I mean, look at this. What have I done to myself? Yeah, but I'll get there, people. I'll get there. I've been crippled, and I know I keep going on about it, and I know I keep telling you, but you need to know these things. Yeah, a crippling injury, I play it down on videos. Even though I talk about it that much, I still play it down on videos. I've literally been crippled for 16 months more. Yeah, and it's not nice. But at last, that is pain-free for the first time ever. This muscle's decided to make a pop-up look. It's coming now. It's working. The shoulder's working. Yeah, this all switched off. And already it's switched back on. So listen, I'm going to take it steady. I'm going to ease back into training really, really easy. I'm going to concentrate on the rotator cuff more than anything. And when this is strong, we're off to battle, yeah. In the meantime, people, you keep training.